Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down.
He's got a man, complete. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here, Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Chargers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
From the 44, Herbert. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first down, it's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On first and 10, Herbert dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now Lawrence to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Etienne up the middle. And he's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on third and about 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They're going on fourth down. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And they'll run with Etienne. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. One more time with Etienne. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Blankenship out for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Straight ahead, ETN.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And picked up by the Chargers. Look at the big man rumble. The 20, 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever. 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Play action. It's Herbert.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert back to the air. Looking for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He completes it to Ridley.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Herbert off of play action. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead now up to 14. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Eckler again.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Lawrence will throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. And high fives all around on that sideline. It's a 1st down as they wind up getting 11 on the fake punt.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big... And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They find some open field here.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
To throw again on second down.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
This one caught by Ridley. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Past the 20. A big play there for LA. 43 yards. Here's Herbert. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Josh Palmer.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Flush to his right.
juked him. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you...
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
Pass complete. Now race for the marker.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparations.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because...
And now here is another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams,
37 yards.
And the Chargers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Touchdown! Josh Palmer, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From his end zone.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From his ends.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And I believe he was able to get this back. He in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
On first down, Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And now here is another interception. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the